Right, good afternoon, people. Very, very sorry for that little bit of a delay. We've had a bit of a technical glitch there. Today, we're going to discuss the way in which you're going to tackle assignment 3, which is going to be your research design. I hope you have all followed the link last week that I did, and you've seen the research methodology lectures that I gave online. And we are going to do as well the population, the sample, your data collection, data analysis, and findings, and your discussion, and obviously at the end, your conclusion and recommendations. So what I need you to do is, this is on page 44 of the learner guide, is assignment 3 through until 47. Now, people, basically what I have done is I have written the assignment for you. You literally just need to go and fill in the missing blanks. So 80% of the work has been done for you. First of all, you will see that there are instructions. You're going to conduct 5 interviews with different people in leadership. You may not use myself, Dr. Cece, Dr. Solly, or Dr. Mazibuko, right? We will not handle any surveys or questionnaires that you are going to do, right? I want you to go into the fields of leadership, people in leadership, in higher education institutions, and conduct your questionnaires there. Right, so the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to do your research design and methodology. So you're going to tell me exactly how you designed your research, what type of research it is, and your methods of how you collected your data. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to tell me your population and your sample. Who were these people? And please, I want transcripts of your interviews. So who were the people? I need to see the questionnaires, the questions that you asked. Then I need to see your data collection. You're going to get your data, you're going to collect it, you're going to analyze the data. Now, you all have a degree in something, or at least a BTech. So all of you should understand how to do statistics and data handling. Then you are going to draw findings and discussions, and that is where you're going to refer back to your literature review and see whether your literature review says anything about that. And then you're going to give recommendations and conclusions. Right, if you scroll down, then you will see the rubrics for assignment 3. Okay, right, so 30 marks is your research design and your methodology, 10 marks for your population and sample, 15 marks for the data collection, 15 marks for your data analysis, big one at the bottom there, 25 marks for your findings and your discussion. And that is what I said is so important, because you're going to have to go back to your literature review and see that your literature supports what you have found and what you are discussing, and you are discussing at least. The last one only for 5 marks, obviously, because you're not going to write 10 pages of recommendations. Right, the due date for this is the 21st of November, and I have given you exact guidelines on how to start this. So the first one is your research design and methodology. Don't forget, that's for 30 marks. Here you are going to explain which research method you adopted for your study. We will all follow the qualitative one, obviously. Phenomenology is research design. Is it? Why? Why is it adaptive for this study? You need to, if you don't know what it means, I'm not giving you any more information. You need to go and look up what it means. and justify. You must tell me why you have used this for your qualitative design. And also, I want to know why you didn't choose a quantitative design. Right, they're going to describe the population of your study. If you don't know how to do this, I have said go and read Bubby and Moten. You can get the description on the population and the sample from that. And a thorough description of your population is required. I want to know not who the person was, but I want to know this person was a leader in or HOD in a TVET college or etc. etc. Right, from this population, because we are using so few, it's going to be purposeful sampling. Why is it purposeful? Because it's a sample that you've chosen. It's not just a random sample that you are handing, questionnaire that you are handing out. It's a sample that you have chosen those people. Then please don't forget that there are human rights and privacy and confidentiality, which basically is the ethical clearance that you need. Okay? If somebody does not want to answer your questionnaire, you may not force them to answer it. Okay? The Research Ethics Committee has proved these studies, but find out how to write this section. Then your next part is your data collection. The data collection and analysis happens simultaneously. Okay, so in other words, you ask questions, be it telephonic, be it via email. Obviously, you can't go up to people these days within COVID-19 and ask questions, but you can email and you can certainly do it via the phone or WhatsApp. Describe how you collected your data. How were the interview questions arranged? I need to see that, please. Were they open-ended questions where the person could just waffle on and waffle off, or waffle on? Or were they either yes or no? Were the interviews structured or unstructured? And how long did each interview last? Then I've said to you in the highlights there, in a qualitative study, data are related to concepts, opinions, values, and behaviors of people in a social context. Okay, that's basically what you're going to be asking. Examples, I'll even give you a good example. In your opinion, what would be the best solution for eliminating gender-based violence? Tell me how. What do you mean by blah, 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 blah. Okay, then in the data analysis, in the quantitative study, the researcher serves as both data collection instrument and the analysis. So you're going to be doing the data collection and the analysis as well. Right, did you use deductive or an inductive approach? If you don't know what that is, please go and look it up. Why did you choose either a deductive or an inductive approach? Okay, then you are going to transfer your data. And underneath that, I've given you how to do it. You organize your data, right? You go back to your research observations and, objectives, or questions, and then you organize your data collection. People, you've only got 5. Your population sample of N is 5. You code the data. It's descriptive coding, okay? So it should show you within those 5 people whether you have a central theme. After coding your data, you will see whether you've got themes or patterns to gain deeper insight, okay? Then I've given you a whole lot of different ways to be able to code. That is up to you what you are going to use. As I said, you've all got BTEX or some sorts of degree. You all know how to work with data. And then what you're finally going to do is you're going to extrapolate that and find whether you have any revealing patterns and themes in your data. Then your findings and your discussions. Please, here is where the huge marks are as well. All right, after you've done your data analysis, you ask yourself, what does this all mean? Have you answered your objectives? Have you answered those research questions that you put up in assignment 1? Right, you have got to describe the setup. Use participants' quotes. So in other words, you can say participant 1 quoting said blah, 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 whatever he said. Yes, I do agree with gender-based violence. Or no, I don't agree. Participant 2 said he loves gender-based violence because he is an abuser, etc., etc. All right, so you can use, it's only 5 participants that you have, so you can put them all into the document. And then I want the evidence, please, of those transcripts, as I say, as how you have done your evidence. And then the last one is what you would recommend, okay? Whether there's a policy or a procedure or of leadership or practice of leadership that you would like to recommend. And then the last one is, what does your study conclude? And then please, after that, you put your referencing. Now, the huge thing about referencing people where you are going terribly wrong is you are not putting your references in alphabetical order. So I am aware that Turnitin has a bit of a problem at the moment. I'm not sure why, because I have had postgrads saying to me that they cannot see the marked assignment. I released the first assignment on the 28th of October. You should be able to access my comments where I have actually written in text, in your text, and told you where you are going wrong. Whether it be language, I have tried to correct your language as far as possible, etc. Some of you failed assignment 1 dismally. I will, towards the end, set up a rewrite for assignment 1. Okay. Right. Then, so this is going to be our last lecture. After this, you are going to write your reflective journal. And please follow the one that is in my study guide. I don't care what Doc Cece does or Doc Solly does. I want a reflective journal in my format, in my study guide. And then the last thing that you are going to do is assignment 5, and you're going to hand in your portfolio. And it is going to be exactly the same as last semester. I want assignment 1, 2, 3, then your reflective journal, and then at the end of the reflective journal, I want the whole article. Okay, so I hope I've made that very clear. All right, people, so I think that with my notes on research methodology, I've given you enough references here, and I've basically set up this entire assignment for you. You should all pass this one. There should not be a problem with these findings, recommendations, etc., 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 with data. You might, however, have a problem finding people to question. Please don't make it up. I actually want the transcripts at the end of who you interviewed, and trust me, I will check back on you to see that you interviewed those people. Okay, so I hope everything is clear from my side. Good luck. Your submission date for this one, as I said, is the 21st of November. Then immediately start your portfolios. It is open on Turnitin, your reflective journal, and then lastly, your portfolio. Right, you're just going to have to wait for me to mark. I finished assignment 1. We are starting assignment 2 soon. Okay, hopefully Turnitin does work. I know I had a WhatsApp from a student this morning who said they can see their mark, but they can't see where they went wrong. I'm not understanding why, because I have in-texted everybody, each and every single assignment that I received for assignment 1. You will just have to go and look for the comments. They are written in blue everywhere, all over your assignments. Okay, people. So I will set up a rewrite, as I said. Remember, the rewrite, the maximum that you can get is 50% for a rewrite. So there'll be quite a few rewrites because some of you cannot obey instructions. You will also see when you do manage to open your assignment ones, I told you I gave an instruction of 3 pages, and in all these YouTube videos, I said I will stop marking after 3 pages. If you gave me 14 pages, I stopped at page 3, regardless of if your aims and your objectives weren't in. I stopped marking there. That is the point, because you need to start following instructions. There is no length to this assignment because obviously with people's quotes and interviews and things, I can't put a length onto the assignment. Right. So from my side, good luck. And hopefully I will see you at graduation next year.